Okay, so now this is part 2 of the Twitch Plays Pokemon Crystal Anniversary ROM hack. We just finished some training here in Cerulean City. Everybody's at level 71 except for Dragonite, who's at 72. I always like to keep my Dragonite at least 1 to 2 levels higher than the rest of the team, just in case we run into problems. So we're going to have to go to Saffron. We're going to battle Sabrina. Now, some of you watching may have been wondering with the last video, why didn't I just go east from Saffron into Lavender, which is here. The problem there is there's another Snorlax blocking the entrance to Lavender Town, so we can't go there. So that's 3 Snorlaxes that are blocking paths to certain parts of the game. There's luckily no Snorlaxes in the Bicycling Road where the old Snorlax was in Generation 1. So it looks like we are going to have to go into Fuchsia. Go to Fuchsia and then go up into Lavender after that. Hopefully it still works. Just make sure I have my guys ready. Okay, so the puzzle here is the same. It hasn't changed. It's still the same version in the original Crystal. The puzzle is still the same as in the original Crystal version, sorry. But when you do the rematches, this puzzle is the stuff of nightmares. It's a completely different puzzle. Ridiculously hard. So it looks like the trainers are at the same level as my team now, so that's good. Hypno. I'll stay. Oh boy. It's moments like these that make me regret that Gengar is a poison type. But thankfully Hypno's had a... Hypno was a rare one. I think he was one of the few psychic Pokemon that had physical bulk, which didn't make much sense. And you see why. It's alright though. Let's heal up Gengar. But Gengar packs a punch. You know, so which is why I think it's up here. It doesn't take much for Gengar to really pack a punch. Right now it's holding the spell tag, and look how much damage it does. And so you can imagine how strong it is when you invest EVs with the modern system into special attack. And then Generation 2, these items like the spell tag and the soft sand, they did 10% boost instead of the 20 that we have now. So Gengar packs quite a punch along with stab in the modern versions. Critical. I don't remember what Sabrina's team is, but I would hope that Gengar could one-shot most of the team. Yeah, I am worried about that Alakazam, though. This guy has all unknowns. What the hell? Oh, I think in this game I think they gave unknown ancient power in this game. Let's see. Yep. Let's save some Shadow Balls for Sabrina. Sound like Mischievous. Okay, here we go. Why did... I don't know. Why does it sound like mischievous when they faint? Let's heal up. Now, I think it's down here, and then it's down here, and there we go. Alright, so, let me see. I don't know what it's gonna lead with, but I'm pretty sure Alakazam is the last Pokemon in her team. So, let's see what happens. Even now at 70s, I don't think Gengar can outspeed Alakazam, so we're probably gonna have to send in Aerodactyl for that one. It is holding the black glasses, so let's see how well it does. Zatsu, okay. Okay, good. This should be enough for a level. 224. Yeah, we're gonna send in Aerodactyl instead. Let's be on. I can outspeed it. Abstain. $77. I think that should be enough. There we go. And with Gengar, it doesn't take much, guys. That's why I love Gengar. Executor. Now I think I'll bring in Dragonite. Hopefully I don't miss this fly. I hope this is enough. Yep. Damn, I love Dragonite. It's so freaking strong. Mr. Mime. I'll switch back to Gengar. I think I can outspeed it. And Mr. Mime is a fairy type in this game. Fairy type isn't in this game also. But we're still gonna hit it with Shadow Ball. There's no expert belt in this game, so I have to... You know, it's one item at a time. That would have been good if we had the expert belt in this game. I could have... Okay, Alakazam. Let's switch to Aerodactyl. I would have cloned 6 expert belts and gave them to my team for extra power. Oh, wow. Yep. Come on, baby girl. Stay in. Oh, thank God. Alright, it's done. She just wasted a turn. There's one. Here's the last one. Alright, good. Oh, man. You know, Alakazam is a glass tank now. Well, it always was, but geez, in Generation 2 it was... My God. I mean, nothing compares to Gen 1 Alakazam, but Jesus, Gen 2 is a close second. Rest. I guess it's better than Psywave. Okay, now how do I get back? I don't know how to get back. It was up here. And then it was down here, right? Yep, there we go. Alright, let's go back to the Pokemon Center and heal. By the way, this guy, he's not here. He's in... Let me just get the item, since we're here. This is another requirement for, I forget which mission, but you're supposed to find this guy in Johto. In the original, he was in Johto training in one of the, I think it was one of the mound caves. And if you beat him, he gave you Tyrogue. I'm not sure if it's the same prize, but I know it's a requirement now in this game to find him for a specific mission. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing now. So at some point we have to go back to Johto, but not right now. Okay. So let me just answer this email real quick. I've got 4 in the inbox right now, and we'll get back to the game. So let me just pause this real quick, and then we'll see where we go from here. Okay, we're back. I'm happy to report that the emails were a success, and the numbers were terminated for fraud. So let's head into Celadon and make our way into Fuchsia so we can fight Janine. This time they were Amazon scams. And on that note, since we're providing updates, I had to deposit for Alligator, and I brought back Nidoking into the team because we are going up against the Poison Trainer. I kind of feel like for Alligator's getting the short end of the stick in this run. But I should address it. There seems to be... I guess I just lucked out on the... Or I don't even know if lucked out is the correct term, but unlucky, I guess. It seems the Totodile that I got seems to have terrible DVs because its attack is very low. Even with the Mystic Water, it's not enough to really help it when it's attacking. And by DVs, I mean that's what they were called. Hang on, let me just switch. That's what IVs were called in Generations 1 and 2. They were called DVs instead. Prefer it up in the front because there's going to be a bird trainer up ahead. What the hell? Or not? What happened? Did the game glitch out? Oh well. Let's just get this out of the way. So yeah, like I don't think I got good I don't think I got a good Totodile. So it looks like for Alligator's gonna have to sit this one out, and we're just gonna have to roll with Nidoking. That sucks. I like for Alligator a lot. So the puzzle here is the same as in the original Crystal version. And you're gonna hear me say this a lot throughout this run, but wait until it comes time for the rematches. This puzzle is the stuff of nightmares. You see these like lines on the screen? Yeah, they're not there when you do it in the second time. So let's get this out of the way now. Tentacool. So I'm planning on using Starmie, Aerodactyl, and Nidoking for this. That was weird. It's a good thing I had Starmie in the front. I don't think I could have outsped Tentacool with Nidoking. That's one. There we go. Crobat, that should switch. Bring in Aerodactyl. We did a switch of items too when we were away. Now Aerodactyl's holding the Heartstone. Level 80. Oh boy. Good. That's why I love Aerodactyl. There's not a lot of things in this game that can outspeed it. Poison Jab. I think only Electrode can outspeed it. And, oh boy. And a couple of other, obviously legendary Pokemon. What the hell? Come on now. It's gonna go for a full restore, I think. Damn. Okay. I'm unlucky with Rock Slide, guys, so if I'm hesitant to use Rock Slide more than once in Generation 2, it's because I always seem to miss it. And I probably just screwed myself over by doing this muck. Okay, now I can bring in Nidoking. I just never understood why Rock Slide, a move that does 75 damage, has like 90% accuracy. Why? It's the only viable rock type move in Generation 2. Minimize. I should still be able to hit it. Or not. Oh, okay, now I can. This is gonna do double damage. I'm getting some more emails right now. I'm checking my inbox, so Venom off. Let's bring in Dragonite. I'm gonna have to take care of those after this battle. X speed, okay. Ah, man. Yes. That should be enough. Mm-hmm. Wheezing. It might have self-destruct, so let's go with Gengar. You can hit Pokemon like Wheezing and Gengar in this game with Earthquake since Levitate doesn't exist. But I can't risk that self-destruct. Self-destruct in Generations 1 to 3 is really powerful. I think it lowers your defense and then as you're exploding, and then it causes even more damage, so we can't have that. Especially at level 81, that's a guaranteed one-hit KO. If you've played Prism, you'll see just how ridiculous Explosion gets in the post-game. Arbok. Let's go with Starmie. Every Golem, every Wheezing, Graveler, they all explode on you. That's why it's important to have Gengar with you. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I am gonna have to do some more training now because now we're at level 80. By we, I mean the trainers. So let's do some more training and get up to 70, 75? I think 75 is a good level. I don't want to make it too... Oh boy, hang on. I don't want to make it too easy, because then I don't know if people will enjoy it if I'm over leveled. I don't know if people are gonna enjoy my commentary, period, but at least let's not overtrain. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to pause this again, guys. I'm sorry because I am getting blown up here in the inbox. You know, it's all fun and games, but you know, my duty comes first, and that's to make sure that these numbers are being reported properly and they're getting taken down. So let's pause it right now, and then I'll get back to you on the next part of the game. Okay, and I'm back. That took a little longer than I expected, but we responded to some emails. Only one of them required a... I didn't heal? I guess not. Only one of them required some more details. Which is a trend I'm starting to notice right now. The scammers in, specifically the ones operating out of illegal call centers in India, they're starting to fight a lot of the abuse reports. So more evidence is required from myself and from the team. Speaking of team, we've been training, so now we're at level 76, and Dragonite is at level 77. So from here on, we're gonna finally figure out how exactly we're supposed to get to Lavender Town. And we're due east right now with Fuchsia, so let's put we're gonna put Gengar in the front. And hopefully we can avoid most of the trainers up ahead. But I think Gengar and Nidoking should be enough. So let's be on our way right now and get into Lavender Town. Hopefully fix the issue with the power plant. Damn, I thought we were gonna avoid that one. And fight Misty. Which now comes the question, do we teach Gengar Giga Drain? Because I'm pretty sure Misty has a Quagsire. And it's moments like this where you contemplate either Psychic or Giga Drain. I'm probably gonna just cave in and teach a Giga Drain because I don't trust Misty. I know for a fact she's gonna have a Quagsire. And like I said, there's no Levitate in Generations 1 and 2, so if that thing has Earthquake, Gengar's going down. Just in general, I've always hated fighting Water-type Pokemon. That's one of the reasons why I hated Generation 3. To go back to that again. There's just too many Water Pokemon. And then I think Emerald, they changed the champion from Steven Stone, who I loved, to that Jabroni Water Gym Leader. I forget his name. Kadabra. I'm gonna use a Repel. Wallace, I think what his name was. You know, and I'm like, we already have the what's that? There was already a water type trainer, ice type trainer. Sorry. In the Elite Four, and most of our team was water type, so we needed more water for Hoenn. I mean, goddamn. Jinx. Just didn't make any sense to me. Okay. I'm probably gonna need a Pokemon with Cut too, and Flash. Because we're gonna have to go through the rock tunnel to get to that area where the power plant is. And then into Cerulean. So we're gonna need Flash and we're gonna need Cut. So I'm probably gonna have to take out Victory Bell and then... Which Pokemon has Flash? I think Magneton has Flash. Just take a swig of this Red Bull real quick. Gunk Shot. It's another new move. I love that Psychic animation in Generation 2. Speaking of hacks, the Drano, the creator who did the Renegade Platinum and the Blaze Black and Volt White series also did some hacks for Generation 6, where I think Mega Evolution was that's where it was introduced. Again, guys, because I didn't play past Generation 3, I don't really know these things that well. The first time I encountered Mega Evolution was with ROM hacks. I think Pokemon Gaia was the first one where I saw it. Yeah, let me just heal. But anyway, I've been trying to get into those hacks, but I can't find a stable emulator to play those hacks on. So if anybody has any ideas about how to get it to work, let me know. Because I really want to try those hacks out. I think this was at level 100. Yep. This hack. You know, one of the reasons why I decided to go up in the generations was because the ROM hacking scene has sort of hit I don't know, I don't want to say they peaked because I don't think they have, but they've. There's my mom again. Buying stuff with my money. But no, like I was saying, there's this really, I don't want to say annoying, but I'll call it sad, just to be, I guess, nice about it, even though it's. But everybody seems to be doing these difficulty hacks instead. You know, like the days of creating a ROM hack with original towns and Elite Four members, like sort of along the lines of like Gaia and Prism, they seem to be over. Or at the very least, they're in the minority now. Everybody keeps doing the same thing over and over again, which is just difficulty hacks. Ever since Radical Red came out, like that's everybody's been following that train and they haven't gotten off it, which is really sad. So there are other hacks out there like the Pokemon Coral ROM hack, which is not done yet, which is why I haven't played it, that aren't getting any attention. I've also seen some hacks that are trying to throw in Mega Evolution into Generation 4, but nobody's paying attention to that. Everybody wants those difficulty hacks, and quite frankly, I'm just getting tired of them. I was tired of them already. Like, Radical Red is just not my thing. There's a difference between making a hack that's difficult and then with a fair challenge, and it's just another one that's just broken. I'm well aware that Radical Red was made for the players who like to do competitive Pokemon, but not everybody's into competitive Pokemon. Not everybody's into Smogon, so I don't know why everybody's jumping on that train. So I read somewhere that it's because they're a lot easier to do, and you know, that is true. I'm not denying that. I mean, it's way easier to make a hack that's just an edit as opposed to making a hack where you change everything, like in Prism or Gaia, or even in this case, this ROM hack, we have to add new tiles. So in a way, I can forgive it, but I mean, guys, come on, it's too much already. So that's why I just decided to leave the standard ROM hacking scene where you take ROM hacks from generations 3 and 2 and move on to the Drano hacks instead. I mean, they're difficulty hacks too, but at the same time, that's what I call fair challenges. His hacks are fair. They don't try to manipulate the AI to the point where you're at a disability, and they don't cripple you by giving you no EVs or no IVs while the CPU has IVs, and it's just ridiculous. Plus, someone like me who's never played past Generation 3, I can experience those games and those ROM hacks as a new experience, because I've never played past Generation 3. Like when Mega Evolution was first introduced, that thing just, it passed me by. I didn't know about it until I played Pokemon Gaia. Hopefully I can avoid the trainers here. Yep. So now we've made it to Lavender Town. Not right now. We've made it here, but here's why we couldn't go in through the east of Saffron. Another Snorlax. So let's before we do that, let's heal up. So I'm gonna have to take out a Pokemon with Flash and then Cut. I don't think there's any trainers in the rock tunnel, so we should be okay there. So let's get this out of the way then. Deposits. Now comes the challenge. I guess we'll deposit Dragonite for right now. And we'll withdraw a Pokemon. I don't have a Pokemon that has Flash, but I know there's a Magneton in here somewhere. Is there? Yeah, here we go. Let's see. There we go. I caught a Ghastly earlier. I was comparing stats, and looks like my Gengar has not perfect DVs, but it's enough to explain why it's been doing so well. I decided it was in box 1, so I decided to move it into the current box just to test it out. So let's go into the radio tower right now and get this out of the way. Who's up front? Okay. So here's a if you weren't able to catch a Ghastly, you have an opportunity to catch a Gengar. Or I mean Haunter, sorry. So we're gonna just have to knock it out because I don't. Okay, well that's not enough. There we go. Here's the owner. Okay, let's put Starmie in the front and let's make our way into Cerulean City now. And sadly, you can't go upstairs. So they didn't. The devs didn't make a new map for the radio tower in Lavender. Back on our bike. Cubone. I think every Cubone in this game from a trainer has the thick club. Which doubles the attack of Cubone and Marowak. And I think we're about to find the thick club in the rock tunnel. Okay, so just the second one. Onyx. I remember back in the day, when I heard Onyx the Pokemon, and then I heard Onyx the hardcore rap group, I'm like, is this where they got the name from? Because I didn't understand what Onyx was, and then of course I looked it up, and you realize that it was just like a form of black rock. So, go bat. Let's use Aerodactyl. That second Onyx album, by the way, was still one of the darkest albums I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody listening here that's a fan of hardcore hip hop from 1995 into 1996 and early 97, that's when you might want to look. You might want to give a listen to his the second Onyx album. All We Got Is Us. Just pure rage and some of the darkest lyrics I've ever heard in a hip hop album. Their first album doesn't even compare to that second one. Let's use Flash. I never really liked the first album to begin with. I just thought it was really juvenile, which was pretty much how hardcore started. And here's the club. So for those that were wondering why Marowak was able to tank and bulldoze and bully his way through the battle tower, it's because of that item. If you give that item to a Cubone or a Marowak, it doubles the attack upon entering the field. So if you have a Marowak with an attack of 231, times that by 2, and it becomes double when it enters the field. And then after a Swords Dance, you do the math. So all it takes is one Swords Dance for you to really just bulldoze your way through everything. Another question I used to get was, why were the moves so bad? Well, that's because early on I was trying to trade my Marowak back into Generation 1 so I can acquire moves like Body Slam and Submission, but I couldn't get the trade to work on the emulator, so I just gave up. So it was not intentional. I did try. I was going to use Return, but I was confident that I didn't really need anything else except for Earthquake and Ancient Power. Okay, so now we need a Pokemon with Cut. Ancient Power, by the way, I had to breed that. When the trades failed, I just decided to breed another Cubone with Ancient Power. So then I went back into the Ruins of Valve. I had to do the stat experience training again. Here we go. Victory Bell. I think this one has Cut. And then I just gave up after that. It just became too tedious. That's why the moves were the way they are. Like, if I was going to do any more work, it was just to get Ancient Power. Once again, because Ancient Power is 100% accuracy, I chose it over Rock Slide. I don't trust Rock Slide in Generation 2. I always, whenever I need it, it never seems to land for some reason. Let's put Gengar in the front. So I just gave up. There we go. And the reason why I chose Aerodactyl was because I like Aerodactyl. It's always been one of my favorite Pokemon. Definitely my favorite fossil Pokemon. So I'm one of those guys, I just use what I like. Like, my favorite types have always been Ground, Rock, and Steel, which is the team that I used for the Battle Tower. If I'm more of a guy that likes to use his favorite Pokemon aside as to use instead of using the right Pokemon, sorry. I don't really believe in sets or, you know, I'm not a Smogon player, so the moves that I used were just the moves that were right for that Battle Tower. And of course there are glaring flaws to that. Like, there's no way, if you were entering a Generation 2 competition, you wouldn't enter with that team. No way. You would actually take the time to maximize the stats and, you know, try to prepare a proper team, a proper Baton Pass team. But because we were going up against the CPU and Crystal, I decided that this was the best thing to do. Which, to me, that's the most difficult of all the Battle Towers, is the one in Generation 2. Once again, because you have stat experience where all the stats can be maxed out, the Pokemon in that tower have near maxed out stats. That's why they're so tough. Okay, let's see. You know, that's why Marowak is so brolic in Generation 2, because all of its stats are maxed out. So it could survive moves like Surf from a Dragonite, which Dragonite, as good as it is, I need to switch. It's not a good special attacker, even if it does have 100 attack, a special attack. It's just, there's not enough beef there for it to really knock down the Marowak with a move like Surf. Okay. But I mean, if you're gonna try to replicate that strategy, yes, I would recommend you guys use Return, use Earthquake. If you can trade back into Generation 1, go for Rock Slide if you want to risk it. I don't. I wouldn't really. Marowak can learn Fire Punch, but it's Generation 2. All Fire type moves were special, so it's a wasted slot. I guess you could go in there for submission through a trade in Generation 1. Or you could use Swords Dance if you're if Scizor gets knocked out, but Marowak won't be fast enough to really get off. You'll be hit twice and you'll be knocked out before you get Swords Dance in, so that's another reason why I chose Ancient Power. Granted, the chances for the stats to be Ancient Power's secondary effect, I should say, is it increases all of the stats by 1. Which happened during, I think, the level 60 run. I lost Scizor, and then I threw in Marowak, and Ancient Power activated, and I was able to pull off the sweep. Some people might have said Swords Dance, but it wouldn't have been fast enough to get off a Swords Dance and then attack. Okay. So it looks like the training paid off. But that video was a lot of fun to shoot. I did a trial run first, and then I actually recorded. So the recording is actually the second run that I did. And luckily for me, and a lot of people pointed this out in the chat, in the comments too, that I didn't run into Kingdra. And the reason why that's important is because Kingdra would have ruined that entire set. None of the Pokemon there could take Kingdra one-on-one. So I was really lucky. Which is why people were asking why I chose Aerodactyl. There are better options for the third slot instead of Aerodactyl. You could use Wobbuffet, believe it or not. Okay, or you could go with Machamp if you want to risk it. I say risk because there's not a lot of good solid fighting moves in Generation 2. Was that line? There's two that I can think of, but they have drawbacks. So Brick Rake wasn't introduced until Generation 3. So you have Cross Chop and you have Vital Throw in Generation 2. And the problem with let me use another Repel. Problem with Cross Chop is that it's not very accurate. And then Vital Throw is a move that always goes second. Which is the opposite of what you want to do if you're running a Baton Pass set. Like, the whole purpose of it is to pass speed and to pass attack. And what's the point of investing in that if you're going to go second? And Machamp doesn't have the defenses to really stack up to take a few hits. So you want to go first. And those are your only two options for Fighting Stab. You could use Submission, but that has recoil. Do you know what I mean? So it's a risk using Machamp, but I mean, you can use it if you want. I just personally don't. Tyranitar is another good option, even though you're not going to get Dark-type physical stabs, since all Dark-type moves were special in Generation 2. But you will get Rock Stab, at least. Earthquake is physical. All Ground-type moves were physical in Generation 2. And then you have your option of either Return or Hyper Beam if you want to take the charge. There's another one. Trio. Let's switch into Starmie. So those are your options. You could use Rhydon too, but you know, of course, Rhydon is 4 times weak to water and grass, so it's, you know, that's another risk because you're not going to get past Kingdra that way. So your options are pretty limited in Generation 2, I should say. Of course, the most obvious would be Snorlax. If you use Curse, you could probably solo the entire thing, but if you're going for a Baton Pass, those are your options. Okay. There we go. Now we're finally in Cerulean City, so let's do this right now. Get this out of the way. Someone told me that this guy actually reappeared in Generation 5. I haven't been able to find him, though, in the game, so if anybody knows where he's at, let me know. And there we go. Someone told me that he, instead of, because when you beat him, or when you fight him, he says he was going to restore Team Rocket. I don't think he ever did. And then when you find him in Generation 5, I think he's married with kids, and he left the criminal lifestyle behind. Which, to me, that's awesome. That's a good callback right there. Because, it's not because I'm biased here, but Team Rocket was probably the worst of all the evil teams. Because they killed Pokemon. They killed Cubone's mom. No other team did that. I mean, you look at the teams from what is it, Aqua and Magma. They're trying to expand the land for Pokemon and expand the sea for Pokemon, which is, they're both bad because doing either one of them kills Pokemon in the process. If you expand the land, you kill the Pokemon in the sea. If you expand the sea, you kill the Pokemon in the land. So it just doesn't make any damn sense. But point is, they don't accomplish their goals, is what I'm saying. Whereas Team Rocket, you know, they did. The Pokemon in the casino, where do you think they came from? You know, like they were more akin to organized crime. Plus, in the original games, they had whips, so they abused Pokemon. I mean, they used them for profit. So, come on, they're the worst of the worst. The only time you ever hear of a Pokemon dying by the hands of another person is through Team Rocket. So it's good on that guy for leaving them behind. There we go. So now we can fly back to Cerulean and not have to worry about this anymore. We should get the radio card right now, since we're here. Let's go ahead and do that. Get the damn Snorlaxes out of the way. Let's go to Lavender now. There we go. We have 2 Master Balls now. I accidentally threw one away by mistake like an idiot. So let's catch this first Snorlax and clear the path. My god. PokeGear. By the way, that time is wrong. I turned off the clock in my emulator settings. The reason why I did that was because so I could trigger the some of the battles for the rematches for the gym leaders. The hell? Where's the Pokeflute? There we go. Sorry about that. The reason why I did that was to so this way I don't have to wait. Going back to the Claire scenario again, I'm supposed to fight Silver in the Indigo Plateau either on Mondays or Wednesdays, so this just allows me to bypass that. Damn, level 85. There we go. I'm gonna have to clone more Master Balls. There we go. So now we cleared this path. No. I don't know. Here's Bill. Yes. Now we can go back to Cerulean and, move on with the game. Speaking of which, since it was decided, we're gonna have to teach, Gengar Giga Drain. Where is it? I also, I have the Miracle Seed, so we're gonna... There we go. We're gonna have to give it the Miracle Seed for some extra power. Normally, the Gengars that I always use always have Giga Drain. It's just that, given the circumstances in this game, you know, I decided against it. Plus, you don't get Giga Drain until very late in the game. I mean, that's not a problem. You can trade back and forth in this game, so if you have an old save file where you're further and you've already gotten the TM for it, then you can trade back, but I don't, so there we go. Okay, let's take out Dragonite because we're gonna need her. Because now we got the Nugget Bridge, we have to fight that Rocket. We don't need Cut anymore. Oh, I forgot. Let's move Dragonite. Let's move for Alligator back into this new box too, because I feel bad. I'm gonna figure out a way how to use for Alligator. Maybe for Blaine. Okay, so let's move Dragonite in here. Let's draw Dragonite. Swap items, I think. We'll just leave it that way. Okay, so this is correct. Starmie. No, let's go second. There we go. Okay. Let's fly back to Cerulean now. Get the... I don't think it's the Nugget Bridge, but I think it's the, I think they're... I don't know what they're called now, but they're there. I know they're there. Just not in the bridge. Okay, we're good. I don't know what that rocket grunt is gonna have up front, but let's just wing it. No. Where's he at? Come on, Jabroni. Where's he at? Oh, I guess I have to do this first. Damn it. That sucks. And, I don't have Psychic. Yep. Sorry about that. I'm going silent here because I'm checking my inbox again. Got some more emails. Swig of this Red Bull. It's a Red Bull Total Zero, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I've cut off sugar for personal reasons. Diabetes runs in my family, so there's no sugar in my life anymore. It's actually quite delicious. I really love this flavor. I know a lot of people don't, but you're missing out. I love the Total Zero variety. Red Bull and water. Water comes first. Okay. Crabby. I'll use Furret. It is holding the polka dot boat, so its return should be more powerful. How powerful? I don't know. There you go. This hack doesn't buff any Pokemon, so none of the Pokemon here got bumps in stats. So if you're wondering why Furt was ridiculously powerful in the other hacks that I played, that's why. They bumped its attack. And speed too, I think by 10. Which just goes to show you, I mean, just a little bit of a bump for Furret and makes it usable. There we go. I saw somewhere on the internet, I think it was like something on RPG Maker, I think. I should start getting into that, into those hacks. Or games, I don't even know if they're hacks, but someone made a game on RPG Maker where they have more Mega Evolutions. And one of them was Mega Furret. They also had Mega Feraligatr. Basically any Pokemon that didn't get a Mega Evolution in the official games got one in this game. which to me I thought that was awesome. Having never really experienced Mega Evolution in the official games, I'm kind of sad that they got rid of it. The same thing with what was it, Dynamax? I've experienced it in ROM hacks, and I was never a fan of Dynamax. I always thought it was broken and unfair. I just don't get how they thought it was okay to give a Pokemon that can Dynamax, which is all of them, the ability to hold an item. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, it's the Megas were more balanced in that they you can only hold one item, and that's the Mega Stone, and a lot of Pokemon that were not so good had usage because of Mega Evolution. So it was more beneficial than it was Dynamax. Dynamax is broken. I mean, I did a run for one of the enhancement hacks, which was Inflamed Red, which was, I think, like it was similar to Radical Red, where it had Mega Evolution and Dynamax. And I Dynamaxed with Furret and pretty much wiped out the first Elite Four member, which was Lorelei. And that's when I said it was broken. I mean, I had a Fire Gem, for crying out loud. I don't know. I was not a fan of Dynamax. That was a hell of a sweep, too. There we go. But going back to what I was saying earlier about those Gen 4 hacks trying to bring in Mega Evolution, I hope. I'm 50-50 on Generation 4. Because, god damn, those games move so slow. It was really hard for me to enjoy either of the games. You know, I'm not gonna dump on Platinum or Heart Gold and Soul Silver because they were crippled by just how slow the games move. Battling was a chore, just walking was a chore, even running. So what I'm hoping is if they include the Mega Evolution, they also include like a 60 frames per second patch or just something that can speed it up. And then maybe I'll have the same opinions that everybody else has when it comes to Generation 4. But right now I just can't get over how slow those games are. It seems to be the one that people love the most, because when I finally played Generation 4, again it was with the ROM hack, the Drano ROM hack, which was Renegade Platinum. I started noticing all the references that came out of that game onto other ROM hacks. Like it's pretty obvious where ROM hackers got their inspiration from, and it was Generation 4. Again, you know, I'm an old man. Gen 1er, so I didn't know these things. I didn't play these games until much later in my life, till I was in my 30s. Like, Unbound has so many references to Generation 4, it's almost like a mirror image of Generation 4. Just got another message on my inbox. Focus Band. Focus Band and Focus Sash are two different things. The Focus Band can activate multiple times at random. So like right now, there was also a possibility that it could have activated if I were to hit it again. I mean, I've had it activate on me 3 different times in succession. But it's random. It's not a guarantee like the Focus Sash is. With the Focus Sash, you're guaranteed one activation. It's guaranteed, whereas the Focus Band is not. Smooch. It's all baby Pokemon. Oh boy. Level 80. You know, the more I use Nidoking, sorry, the more I wish he was in Prism. Because in Prism, they omitted some of the... I wish Dragonite was in Prism. I still don't understand why they took out the Dratini line. I mean, you're the son of Lance, or the daughter of Lance in that game, and Lance doesn't have Dragonite. It just makes no sense. But because your starter's Larvitar, you get a Tyranitar earlier in the game, so Tyranitar's ability is Sandstream, which creates a Sandstorm upon entry. And you can build a Sand Team around Tyranitar with nothing but Ground, Steel, and Rock types. And since that game has oh boy, oh thank God, that game has abilities. I wish they would have included Sheer Force for Alligator, and then they would have included Nidoking as well, and Nidoqueen. I wish Aerodactyl was in Prism, but they're not in that game. Starmie's also not in that game, which is really just bummed me out. But still, it's still a very fun game. I just wish it was ironed out a little bit better. I wish they would just remove the new types in the game. I know their goal is, what the hell? Their goal is to make the game as close to the original creator's vision. And if you played Pokemon Brown, which was the first game in the series, they had many different types like Sound and Wood. They didn't carry, most of them didn't carry over to Prism, but still. I'm not a fan of the Gas type. I don't like the Sound type. Gas and Sound are mediocre types, so I don't know. Like Gengar being a Gas type, just now it's 4 times weak to fire. It just I don't know. It's still very fun, but I just wish they got rid of that stuff. I didn't even know Arbok could learn Rock Slide. What the hell? Okay. 78. So now I feel much more confident now going up against Misty with a 78 Gengar. Let's use Ferret. Let's weaken it first. I have Shadow Claw, so let's see how much damage this does. Oh, not bad. Critical. Dazzling Gleam. Beam. Gleam? Whatever, I don't know. I can't read right now. Victory Belt. Yes, let's use Aerodactyl. Hopefully I don't miss. Right. And there goes Victory Bell. The hell sound like Rapidash. Let's heal up. Heal up for it too. Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to respond to these new emails. So, what do we got here, Pork? Oh boy, I'm probably gonna go down. This thing probably has Psychic. Okay, it's a poison. Zap. Alright, well. Yep. I can never understand how Every Porygon 2 and Porygon Z that I've ever battled, they always land that damn move, Zap Cannon, yet I can never get it. Its accuracy is pretty low, but they always land it. There's no abilities in this game. What makes Porygon 2 and Porygon Z so special? That happened to me when I was doing the Prism Battle Tower. It nailed Zap Cannon on my Metagross. Let's use a full restore. By the way, money is not an issue in this game because of the amulet coin, so I was able to max out my earnings really early in the game. Let's keep Gengar in the front. It's doing a good job. Which is why the Battle Tower prizes were mediocre, because they were just 5 random vitamins no matter which tower you did. You could buy them at the store, at Golden Run City Store or in Celadon. Money's not an issue with the amulet coin. Generation 2 was where this coin was introduced. Of course, I don't have Psychic, so here we go again. But I do have Dragonite's Fire Punch. Go. I'll stay in. I'll use Outrage. Surprised I didn't put Dragon Claw in this game. That would have been great. Well, that was a wasted turn. Scizor, yes. Let's throw in Furred in there. No, actually, Nidoking. Yeah, Flamethrower. There it is. There we go, 227 to 224. One of the benefits of stat experience is that you don't have to be selective with your EVs. There's Misty. And homeboy ran away. You can make arguments for both. I mean, some people prefer the modern EV system because it's less taxing. And then others, like myself, prefer stat experience, but my preference for it is more in the concept, in that all stats can be maxed out. How it's done, is not exactly to my liking, but you know, I mean, I'm always gonna prefer that over nature's any day. So. But then again, ROM hacks did offer a good solution to that, and that's the nature pill or the ability pill. I think Unbound has that, which was, oh my god, a wonderful feature that needs to be in more ROM hacks. Okay, so now let's get that rocket out of the way. Let's see if he's back on the bridge before we do Misty. Some more EXP. Why is he not here? Is it after the gym battle? Okay, let's just go ahead and take care of Misty. Okay, so let's put Starmie up front. I don't know what I'm gonna expect here, but let's hope it's not too difficult. Hopefully my decision to teach Gengar Giga Drain pays off. I'm expecting a Quagsire on her team. Quillfish. This is probably gonna have spikes. Let's go. There we go. Yes, because it probably has Thunderbolt. We try to poison it because this thing is beefy. See if I can get a poison. Yes. Harris Song. That's alright. I can change later. I got 3 turns to deal some damage. Let's go for Giga Drain since I have the Miracle Seed. Oh man. Okay, hopefully I don't freeze. Okay, it's alright. Oh, never mind. Goodbye. Thought she was going for a full restore. Golduck, yes. Reset the Paris count. So now if this thing has Quagsire, I can just switch in and heal back up with Giga Drain. Surf, okay. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, see, there we go. Quagsire. This should drop it. Just 1 Giga Drain. Hopefully this is enough. Yep. Thank God. No Levitate means Earthquake can hit Gengar. We don't want that. Kingdra. Yes, we have Dragonite with us. Oh, okay, good. 1 Outreach should do it. More training has to be done now. There we go. Starmie, yes, we have to switch into... this is a risk. X special, damn it. Ah. Okay, great. Yeah, you're done. Ah. Alright, that was better than I expected. I'm sorry for ruining your date. Damn, I don't get a TM? Alright, so I'm gonna have to answer these emails now. So I think we're gonna call it a day for right now. We'll end it here. But at least now we can clear the way of the we can get the Snorlax out of the way, I should say. So we'll end it right now. Thanks again for bearing with me and watching this, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to play when I'll be able to do part 3, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna try to make some calls tomorrow if possible. So we'll see what happens. But until then, thanks for watching and take care.